December 16th, Saint Eusebius, Bishop. Saint Eusebius was born of a noble family in the island of Sardinia, where his father is said to have died in prison for the faith. The saint's mother carried him and his sister, both infants, to Rome. Eusebius, having been ordained, served the church of Vercelli with such zeal that on the episcopal chair becoming vacant, he was unanimously chosen by both clergy and people to fill it. The holy bishop saw that the best and first means to labor effectually for the edification and sanctification of his people was to have a zealous clergy. He was at the time very careful to instruct his flock and inspire them with the maxims of the gospel. The force of the truth which he preached, together with his example, brought many sinners to a changed life. He courageously fought against one of the most powerful heresies of Arianism, which claimed that Jesus was not God. The Arians were powerful people, including nobles, generals, and emperors. They commanded armies and senate. True Christianity was in real danger of being stamped out. Because of this, Pope Liberius sent him on a mission to the Emperor Constantius to try to resolve the troubles between the Arians and the Catholics. Constantius convened a council in Milan in 355. The powerful Arians, however, weren't there to talk but to force their will on others. A horrified Eusebius watched as his worst fears were confirmed, and the Arians made this peace council into a condemnation of St. Athanasius. Eusebius, unafraid of their power, slapped the Nicene Creed down on the table and demanded that everyone sign that before condemning Athanasius. The Nicene Creed, adopted by a council of the full church, proclaims that Jesus is one in being with the Father, directly contradicting the Arian teaching. The emperor then tried to force Eusebius and Saint Dionysius of Milan to condemn Athanasius under pain of death. They steadfastly refused to condemn a man who, far from being a heretic, was supporting the truth. Instead of putting them to death, the emperor exiled them. In exile in Palestine, Eusebius lived with the only Catholic in town. Any comfort he had from visits of other saints was destroyed when the local Arians stripped him half naked and dragged him through the streets to a tiny cell. The Arians finally let him go after he spent 4 days without food. But a few weeks later they were back, breaking into his house, stealing his belongings and food, and imprisoning him again. Eusebius was exiled to 2 other places before the new ruler Julian let him and the other exiled bishops return home in 361. The problem, however, was not over, and Eusebius spent his last years working hard to counteract the damage the Arians had done and continued to do. After working with Athanasius and taking part in councils, he became a later-day St. Paul, traveling all over in order to strengthen the faith and spread the truth. Eusebius died on August 1st, 371.